Hello everyone. I'm going to send this video out on Saturday morning, but I'm recording this just after the close on Friday because markets don't move after the close on Friday. So I'll just sort of chime in on the key futures that I've been watching just to reflect on that a bit. So here is the YM, the Dow 30, and this has been kind of my go-to trading vehicle for a while because diamond puts and also diamond shorts. Been focusing on that. The failure of this uptrend, which started to kind of crack and splinter here and finally really gave through about 3 weeks ago. This has been very, very helpful. Shorter term, this is a daily chart. You can see here how it was beginning to cause damage to that uptrend, and there was this final spastic peak that took place. I don't even remember why, and it hardly matters. But we reached our ultimate peak here on February 10, and that's probably the millisecond that Pam Bondi was screeching about, how Epstein victims don't matter. We should be talking about the Dow, $50,000 on the Dow, and then it collapsed. So that's just, justice from God, I guess. So we've fallen thousands of points since that blonde bimbo airhead did her shrieking thing. And so down we go, having lost well over 3,000 points in the process. So that's been quite constructive. The ES, that is to say the S&P 500, is extremely exciting right now because of what I perceive as a prospectively potent topping pattern, similar in a way, and this is not my platform obviously, but I can struggle through it, similar in a way to this kind of reversal top that took place prior to the so-called Liberation Day. It's obviously on my platform because it sucks. Let's just get rid of that. The reason I haven't left a drawing here is because, it's ugly and I can't seem to make it be see-through. But this is the top going on now. And the support level is a little tough to suss out because we've gotten as low as here and here and here and here. And so it's the bulk of the trading activity is really above this level. As you can see, there's these little exploratory jabs that have been taking place. And as I'm recording this, and the market, as I said, just closed. It's still wiggling around a little bit here on Friday afternoon. But we are above that massive activity. And I think there's a possibility on Monday of a good hard thrust down on this. And so I've done something very uncharacteristic, which is in addition to all my literally 42 other positions, which are either just simple shorts or long dated puts. I've also got some puts on the spider that expire on Monday. It's not a huge position, but it's just sort of a just in case we really rock down hard on Monday. I'd like to partake of that. Otherwise, it'll be a big fat percentage loss. So that's the YM, that's the ES. As far as the RTY goes, this has been quite weak. It broke its own trend line in a similar fashion to the Dow. And more recently, you can see here that we approached the trend line and we played hopscotch with it for a while. Broke it, above it, broke it, above it, broke it, above it. And then finally, over the course of Thursday and Friday, a nice resolute move lower. And then over in Q land, the tech stocks, those have, let's get to a 4 hour here. Those have been banging around a very wide range since September. So that's what, half a year or so, over half a year of gambling about. The top one here is not as clear as the S&P. But it's impressive all the same. It's just wider. I would say the support's around 24,158, and we're getting in the zip code of that, so that could be quite a crunch in a similar fashion to this top, like so. Moving on to non-equity items, which I confess I haven't been following that terribly closely. Gold, broadly speaking, is just doing great. Since late 2022, it's moved from a 1 handle to a 5 handle. Just very resolute, very powerful. War is helping. mismanaged economies are helping, corrupt governments are helping. It's all very constructive to gold's path. In sharp contrast to that, this joke of a thing called Bitcoin peaked back in October and has lost what half its value ever since. And I continue to say that I believe Bitcoin can reach about $25,000 in the months ahead. And Bitcoin and MicroStrategy and Ethereum, they could all be one of the great financial wipeouts of human history. It's possible. What else? Oh yeah, I'll just end with crude. I'm staying away from energy these days too. I just don't monkey around with it, but it is absolutely berserk right now. We have just over the course of this week blasted about approaching 50% higher. Folks, a 50% increase in energy prices is not good for the economy, is not good for transportation stocks, is not good for just everyday people. It's great for those born in the desert into royal families, but for the rest of humanity, it's not so good. But this is what war in the Middle East has brought us, and it may be just beginning. I guess I'll take one last peek at the volatility. Unsurprisingly, it has moved from Jeffrey Epstein levels to the high 20s in short order. It's not very chartable. It's not very clear what's next. We're clearly on the very high side now. I guess there's a lot of tension prior to this weekend. But this is just amazing to me because let's just drink this in. We were in the teens last Thursday. The teens. And we're not that far from 30 right now. So we have we've gone up a tremendous amount in a very short amount of time. Even very short term, if you look just from Thursday, we've gone from about 20. We've increased volatility almost 70% from early Thursday till close Friday. Almost 70%. That is amazing. So who knows what the weekend will hold, but we are in a very dangerous place right now.